Oh, man, 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 man. All right. So what is today? Today is July 30th, 2026. It's not quite the last day of the month, but I just got back from Maryland trip and I don't even know what to say except I get something back. I get something every time I go back. I get something that comes back with me every time I go back. There is something that I would hope I gave to those that I saw when I go back. I also believe that every time I go back, I am an elevated version from the last time I came back. And excuse me, every visit provides a new interaction. And what do I mean by that? So when I go back, my sole mission, my sole mission is really for my niece to go see Amora every year. I only got one opportunity to be an uncle, and well, from the brother that I have, I got there are other kids who where Uncle Mike is a thing from friend friend relationships and things of that nature. But my brother Travis has a niece, and that's the only opportunity where I really get to do the uncle thing in a way that I don't know. I guess I would have liked it. Not that my uncles were never around. It's just that there's relationships with them that I really would have liked to have gained stronger relationships. I would have of what I in looking back that I wish I had. And since I'm aware of that, even as I'm growing and navigating my own growth, as I'm sure they were when I was still a kid, I want to be conscious and intentional with my interactions with Amora. So I just dedicated a commitment to every year for her birthday, I make a visit. And before now, when I left, I was visiting 2 or 3 times a year for my son Teron's birthday, Travis's birthday, Amora's birthday. Each visit is one, I'm driving up and back, and then this, you know, time off, energy, resources, and I'm traveling all up and down the area, seeing people. And last year to this year, I made the commitment that I can only make this trip once a year. So in making it once a year, Amora's birthday, being that she's young, that's where I felt it was going to be the most meaningful. And by it being in the summertime, Z can come along with me and not too far off of Tehran's birthday is in May, so I can kind of maybe combine it all. I generally still get to see Travis and and then just take trips to see anybody in the area that I am able to see. And what was cool this time around is maybe the biggest highlight is that one of the biggest highlights is I got to see all well, I got to see Monica and Alvin, my the two cousins that are my age, right? So Alvin is born in March, Monica's June 1st, I'm June 9th. We're all born the same age. And it, as kids, it was the three of us in a lot of things. Monica and I have a we have, it's like a real twin brother sister relationship. Alvin is like my other brother, and we had a season when we hung out a lot. Life, then things took place, and it's not like we ever had any issues. However, I, after my grandmother's funeral and seeing Alvin, I don't know, there was a thing where I'm like, no, I really want to reestablish this relationship. I really want to reconnect with this relationship. And in the same token, Alvin's brother Brandon, who's 4 years younger than us, so it was the three of us, and then it became the four of us as Brandon got older and we were able to do more things. And Brandon and I had a season, and we was in the club on a very regular basis in the freezing cold, just all the time. I even remember, because he's that much younger, I'm like, bruh, I need you to get up to 21 and older, because these 18-year old in clubs is, I'm not feeling it. But so I was able to have a conversation with him. I was able to see Alvin. I was able to see Monica. And I was in just in talking to each of them in the same week, I was able to see, mm, where they are moving and how they're moving, and finding ways to heal through their process from all the stuff that we encountered as children, and then just early living, where guidance wasn't necessarily strongest in helping us navigate into, to come up out of it. But it's beautiful to see, like, they're not giving up. And that's really the thing, is that everybody has their stuff. Everybody has their stuff, but they haven't given up. Where from some aspects it would look like some of our elders had given up, or just had really, really, really long pauses, and now they're fine. Now, in you know, that 70, 80 years old, are now starting to find their way, which is great, and that's beautiful. But if we can find ways to break through those generational traumas and curses and what have you in our 40s, and then our younger siblings in their 30s, or early 40s, that gives us time, for as long as we are here, to enjoy more of life. And I remember one of the things that Monica said is, even with where she is, she's at peace. And there is nothing like having a peace of mind and a peace of heart, even in the midst of the chaos. Because when you have peace within, you can think clearer, you can pause, you can be patient, you can wait, you can see things. Sometimes, oftentimes, the world can slow down a bit, where you just have the ability to allow the ideas to come to you. And oftentimes, seeing the dots and synchronicities that connect one space to another. I got to find out I got to find out more about how Alvin got to be into just kind of got to be. Like, I just sat and just listened to him, and just got to re-know my cousin. And in talking with Brandon, kind of even the same thing, where I'm just hearing him. Everybody has everyone's complimented me on my process and my growth, and I recognize and understand the things that I had and the that allowed me to push through my challenges even and even when I was looking at it's not moving fast enough. But that was generally in comparing myself to someone else. And there's not anything I can give to anyone. However, if there is anything that I'm able to provide, regardless of whether it's guidance, a listening ear, non judgment, a resource, or just a hug, I really want to be there. I really want to be that for my family. I really want to be able to be some type of light, some type of just some type of something as I'm just working and being the best version of myself that I can be. And being the best version of myself I can be is being able to just hold a certain space for those that I care for and those that I love while they're going through their process, kind of at the same time. No judgment, just listen, like really, really listen and just be as present as possible. So, like, just reconnecting those dots with Alvin, Brandon, and my cousin Marcus on my mother's side. All those are those are three male family connections and bridges that I was able to kind of bring back. Um, Took Amora out for her birthday. We did got her to get a toy at Target, took her to get ice cream, took her to the park. That relationship, this was the first time where kind of like as the uncle, I just it's like, how do I say? Though my mom was there, she was with us, and we kind of all did it together. But I more or less took the role of, yep, we're going here, we're going here. I let her walk and find and get her toy. I suggested the park. I was a lot more active in that process. And as she gets older, those I'm recognizing. I think what did she say? She was like, "Uncle Mike, you're the best ever, or you're my favorite ever," something like that. But the moments that we have together, she is it's like they're sticking. I think even one time I was going out and I had to go pick up Z, or no, I had to take Z to a party, and Amor asked if um, my brother Travis can take Z instead, just so Amora could hang out. I can be around more. And so I will eventually get things situated so that I can get a more, if probably maybe over the summer for a few weeks or something like that, just so we can have that uncle niece time. We got a secret handshake and everything. Um, and I guess even the other one is that, my friend Sean and his wife and the, I would say my other uncle, um title with their son AJ. And so Sean honored me by adding Michael as a second middle name for his son. Michael is extremely common, but he let me know that that was the thing, that was a thing. And I'm totally honored by that. And so the once a year thing with a baby is a little different because they got to get a lot more used to. Amora, I was with her um, often while I was still in Maryland, but like Sean and Taryn really needed help, and I made sure I was there to the best of my ability and helping them go through what they're going through. Um, Heck, I was even able to pay for things. Every meeting, every dinner, every lunch, I guess even some of the gifts, I was able to take care of it, not flinch, and I came back with money. And for someone who where money or the lack thereof had been a major issue, to be able to give of myself to the capacity that I did, not feel drained at all, and still come back with financial resources, still come back with financial resources for me, it how do I say? It speaks to stability and to the abundance that I am building. And through going through this process and updating who I am internally and unlearning some of the habits and just ways that my nervous system will react or respond to things. That is a major part of it. And even believing enough, adjusting my relationship to money, adjusting my definitions to what money actually means to me, so that as I am sending it out, I am not afraid of it not coming back. Um, I even every day I have a mantra in my meditation that basically says, I am so happy and grateful for all that I've been given and my ability to share it with others. As I continue to send love, and love is just whatever capacity that is, a hug, paying for dinner, paying for a lunch, helping somebody here, gas there, whatever it is, love in every sense of me giving of myself. As I continue to send love out into the world, I know it will come back to me a thousandfold, because my capacity and my resources are infinite. I am a pillar of abundance. This is something that I say normally about twice a day in my meditations in the morning and my meditations in the evening, but it's something that I've been working into my system for about 3 or 4 months now, because the lack of money should not be a reason why I'm not able to give something. And in the same token, if I truly want to be able to walk in a space of abundance, which is not solely financially abundance, financial abundance is one portion, which it's necessary. It's the one that is physically necessary, but that's almost the last component, because I'm an abundance of everything else: family, friends, loved one, where I live, the work that I do, the things that come to me, and money allows me to do other things, have additional experiences, be able to serve in other ways. And so the abundance is it's all the way around. And so by speaking that I'm a pillar of abundance, for me, that just means that as in my presence, I have abundance, regardless of what it is. I had an aunt, my aunt Jessica, and godmother, spiritual teacher Annie. Both of them, when they hugged me, they either wanted to get another one, or was like, "Ah, that's what I need." Actually, Andy said, she said, "You look like you're in love." And I'm like, "Yeah, me." He's like, "No, you really like you're in love." I was like, "No, I'm in love with me." This is the first time in my life where I have just poured truly, and I say this often, but I'm pouring into me. I'm pouring into me. I'm pouring into me because I want to really understand what it means to love myself, to be in love with myself, to fill me up first. And because what I'm understanding is that the more that I fill myself up, the more I'm able to give out and not feel depleted. And that's what that pillar means to me. By pouring so much love into myself that I'm able to give all of that love out to others and still have a lot left over because I'm just constantly overflowing. It's constantly overflowing. Oh, we're officially back home. Z starts college in about 3 weeks. I am officially a college paying parent. And man, I'm ready to get to work. I'm ready to get to work because now I filled myself up with my people and my anchor. Now I'm back here and it's wanting to go back and do more or being able to take a trip or just being able to do something else is motivating me to continue to work and increase my skill set so that I'm able to provide better and higher levels of contributions at work. So ideally, as we continue to look at my output, an increase of pay is able to take place, um, which will allow me to kind of feed into the other things that I have going on. So that really is the essence of what these last what 2 weeks has been being able to being able to give more than I had before and still come back full and reconnect with people that feed me as much as I hope I feed them. And as we continue to grow together, I would love for all of us to be able to, all of those who I am connected with, I would love for us to be able to experience life and all that it has to offer together as well. So it all works out as it does.